Hello, everybody. So my name is Robert Sandy, and I will be responsible for the voiceover of this video, and Shang will be responsible for all of these awesome visuals that you're seeing right now. He did all the editing and everything for the video. So today we'll be talking about Standard 17, specifically Standard 17I, which says communication systems are made up of a source, encoder, transmitter, receiver, decoder, and destination. So we'll kind of go through and explain what each one of those terms means, starting off with the source. So the source can either consist of an electronic or non-electronic input, be that a voice or a mouse click or an MP3 file. And the purpose of this source is to input information into the system. So the source is what accepts the information that you'd like to transfer, and it pushes it through the system to reach its destination. So next we have the encoder, which is also called an input transducer or a sensor. This can be like a microphone or a keyboard or even a camera, something like that. And this is what takes that source input and converts it to an electrical signal. So like if you think of a microphone, you speak into the microphone and you know that your voice doesn't go through a tube or anything, but it is converted to an electrical signal where it is then played through a speaker or recorded on something. So once the input signal is converted to an electrical signal, it then goes through a transmitter. So the transmitter is what modifies the signal for efficient transmission. And the signal goes through a series of steps within the transmitter in order to make the signal more efficient in transmission. So first it'll go through a noise filter to cancel out any background noise that could kind of garble the signal. And then it will be converted from analog to digital, so it'll go through an AD converter, and then it will go through a modulator and finally a signal amplifier. So the transmitter not only kind of cleans up the signal, it also allows the signal to be amplified so that as it is transferred, it's not too quiet, we'll say. So once it's amplified, it's ready for transmission. So the signal is transmitted typically through the air, like just via electromagnetic radiation. Some kind of wave propagates through the air, and it's picked up by a receiver. So the receiver takes the signal and it tries to reconstruct it before it had gone through the transmitter. So it has to convert it back from digital to analog. So first it'll go, when the signal is received by the receiver, first it'll go through the noise filter again to make sure that this signal is clear, and then it will be converted from digital to analog, so we're going back in the other direction, and then it will go through a demodulator and a signal amplifier finally. So once the signal passes through the receiver, it will then go to the decoder, and the decoder is what converts the electrical signal back to its original form. So finally, when it goes through the decoder, it then hits the destination, which could be your ears or your eyes or someone else's ears and eyes. So we're going to now kind of go through an example. So like we said earlier, we kind of used a microphone as a brief example. So for our microphone example, your source could consist of your voice, let's say. So you speak into the microphone, and the microphone is the encoder, so it converts your voice from a physical pressure wave into an electrical signal. That electrical signal is then passed to a transmitter, and for this example, we'll say that we're using a wireless microphone. The signal is then passed to a transmitter, and the transmitter then converts the signal. It'll cancel the noise, and then it will convert it from analog to digital, and then it will get modulated and it will be amplified, and then that signal is sent out via radiation, electromagnetic radiation, through the air to the